Johnny Keys TV here once again with another tutorial. I'm actually continuing on with the last tutorial, except this time instead of EQing, I'm going to show you how to I don't want to say master, because it's not mastering. This is just a way to lift up your beats volume to put on SoundCloud or SoundClick or whatever you use to sell your beats. So you can actually go the real route and pay somebody to master your tracks if that's the way you want to go. But if you want to be cheap, like I am, you can just go ahead and do this. So from the last EQ tutorial, I made some drums for you guys. These are the drums. Oh, I'll turn on my volume here. I went ahead and added a sample to that. So I'm just gonna let you guys hear that. So that's the sample I chose, just because. So I'm actually just gonna show you guys what to do here. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this in its own channel, channel 4. We'll watch it on the mixer here. Now wait, hold up. Before I get into the last part, the last tutorial, I never really showed you guys how to maybe EQ the sample a little bit. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is rename and recolor this insert to sample. And we'll choose pink, sure. So we chose pink there for that track. Now you can see it coming through. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually drop a parametric EQ onto it. And I'm just going to do this really quick. Say we wanted to choose the low end for the sample to just come through. So this is kind of like a more manual way to filter your stuff. You can choose which parts exactly you want to filter out. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what it would sound like without any highs. So it kind of sounds a little dry. So I'm going to go ahead and reset those and actually reverse them. Just so you guys can hear the difference. But back to what I was going to show you. So I'm going to take that off. That's what you can do to kind of play with your samples. But back to the mastering part, or the air quote with my fingers mastering part. So let's click on our master track. You can see here I have this fruity limiter on. You can go ahead and just turn that off. Then go back to that last track. I always use the last one just in case you want to add something to the master track, maybe a reverb on everything. I don't know what you're gonna do. So choose Maximus. This is what I use to really give that oomph to my beats. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, and I'm gonna let you hear it, what it sounds like with it off. So that's just I'm gonna just turn on the default setting. I never use the default setting, but I'm just gonna let you hear it anyways. Notice how it's a lot louder and a lot more full. It actually sounds a lot better than even the original. So I'm actually going to go ahead and choose presets, and I'm going to choose master aid. I always choose master aid because it's a nice base place to start at. So choose master aid, and go ahead and hit play. Now you're already going to hear a difference in the volume. So I'm actually going to go ahead and turn it off again just so you can hear. So this is off, on. So it really boosted the volume. So let's go back to Maximus here. And these 4 channels is where you control each set. So where it says low, you can control your lows. So if you want to turn your bass down, I suggest using pre. Pre means before going through the Maximus plugin. So you can just turn down your low end there. It's before it goes through the compressor here. So now we're gonna turn down the pre so the lows aren't as loud. Our mids are kind of low, so maybe we want those to sparkle a little more. We're going to turn those up. And we go to our highs. Maybe our highs are just a little too high, so we're actually going to go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. Then we're going to go to our master. And inside our master, you're going to see post. That's what you want to adjust the post on, is your master track. That's what I do anyways. Somebody else might tell you different, but this is what I'm showing you. If you don't like it, you're a pervert. Anyways, so go ahead and hit play before we touch that. Starting to sound decent, but if say we wanted it a little bit louder, we could go ahead and turn post up. Yeah, there's a little bit of distortion there. Turn it down just a tiny bit. Maybe adjust our mid and our low. Turn up our high a little more, maybe. Down, maybe. There, now you're seeing a cleaner, more boosted sound already. So I'm gonna pause that. Now I'm gonna play it without it again. And now I'm gonna turn it on. You can see the difference. Mastering. Well, somewhat mastering, I guess. Just do it to your beats and it'll sound a lot better, trust me. Peace.